Eurogrip Tyres by Tyres, not just any grip, Eurogrip.
Well, this is a very special episode here of Eurogrip Tyres presents All About the Grip, where we look at how some of the most productive shots in the T20 game actually get pulled off. Stephen Smith with me. Steve, so good to have you.
Pleasure.
I think you're more at ease when you have something in your hand, right? This just does not seem right for Steve Smith. Let's give him the bat. The shot I want to talk about today first is the reverse scoop. Now we can call it an all-format shot, because your good friend Joe Root tends to play it even in the longest format.
Yeah, he does.
First and foremost, I want you to take me through what a batter needs to keep in mind when he wants to execute that reverse scoop for a seamer.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shot that I haven't really played. It's probably too difficult for me, but there is a few guys that do it really well. I think the ones that come to mind, Joe Root, we've obviously seen do it in Test cricket. Glenn Maxwell plays it. Josh Inglis plays it really well, and they all play it a little bit differently. Or Joe Root plays it a little bit differently to, I think, Maxwell and Inglis. So I think first of all, you need to figure out like what length you want to play it off, and I'd say, for Joe Root in particular, I think it's the one that's actually a little bit shorter. So
you're thinking the length should be somewhere around here?
Yeah, I reckon a decent length. You know, he played it off Pat Cummins a few times, balls that were probably going almost the top of the stump.
Right.
So with him playing that, there's usually, in Test cricket, there's no one sort of back there at third man. He's got the slips in place and the gully and stuff, so all he's got to do is really get it up and over. So I think the way he does it is he gets quite square on with his body, and then I'm not actually sure how he does it with his hands, but it's not as big of a, I'd say Maxwell and Inglis kind of go like that and hit the ball, whereas Root's kind of like just a help it on its way. So I think it's getting his hands and his body quite low and then sort of rising up with that and just sort of helping it on its way. And then I think the difference, Maxwell and Inglis can probably play it to balls that are pitched even fuller. Yeah. So they can play it from there, but I reckon they could also do it from balls that are... It becomes an easier shot when you play it from there? I think, almost the Yorker or the one that's just missed. I think these guys probably play it more like a normal reverse sweep and with the grip a little bit similar to that. So they also get their hands down low, but then also just sort of help it up on its way and actually hit the ball. It's almost like a reverse, like a hockey shot in a way. And we've seen those guys play it to really good effect, and it's a good way to manipulate the field. You know, if you're able to get it up and over that short third man, which, you know, a lot of teams bowl at the back end with short third man, short backward point, man behind here and a cover. So if you can get one of those men back by having the ability to play that shot, you've got to bring up a mid-off or a mid-wicket, and just gives you another gap somewhere with probably an easier shot to play than that one. So there's certainly elements of risk playing it, but all those three guys that I've mentioned play it so well, and
lots of reward as well.
Well, Joe Root said it's basically better than a forward defence for him, didn't he? So, he's got out probably more times playing a forward defence than he has playing that shot, and he's got more runs off that shot. So, you can sort of understand why he plays it. But yeah, there's some guys that are really good at that shot. It's probably too more advanced for me though. But
break down what goes on with your hands there. Let's talk about the grip, right? You mentioned that perhaps it's not as eccentric as we may tend to believe. You're a right-hand batter, that's your traditional grip. You want to play the reverse scoop, what happens with your hands?
I'm saying you probably, so for Maxwell and Inglis, the way they play it, I'm saying they probably just move this one to almost the V, I suppose you call it.
Oh, okay.
In line with this edge. And then this one probably just opens up a little bit as well, enables you to whip your hands through and play with that kind of, that hockey sort of shot in a way. Joe Root, on the other hand, I'm not sure, I'm trying to figure what he actually does. I don't think he does.
Does he flip the bat?
Maybe he brings it round almost even further, so he's able to just sort of get up and over and sort of help it up on its way, as opposed to the flick of the other guys. So, a couple of different ways to play it, but guys play it to good effect, don't they?
You seem to enjoy doing the demo here. Would you try playing that shot now the next time you have it?
Maybe I should practice it a bit.
Steve, thanks very much. That is everything that goes behind playing a productive reverse scoop in any format of the game. Thank you very much to Steve Smith, and that was our Eurogrip Tyres presents All About the Grip.
Eurogrip Tyres by Tyres, not just any grip, Eurogrip.